Yo, let's get it. Bugatti, Bugatti, Bugatti. Previously on Kimba TV. I have like a $36 million position. Obviously testnet, you know what I'm saying? But dude, you can still take the long, just guard it. Put your stop loss and take profit. This isn't something that you're gonna let round trip. Oh, there it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. Watching it, I'm watching it. I'm watching it, watching it. And so same thing, stop loss all the way to 7A, 8A, 6. And you know what's crazy, brother? It's literally like a $50, $60 per coin thing. Yo! Yo. How we doing? Okay, we getting nasty. All right, let's do roll call real quick. Mic check. We're good, right? We're good. Okay. Say something in chat so I can shout you out. Good morning. We're good to be back with you guys. Happy Monday, everybody. How was everybody's Thanksgiving break? How is everybody's Thanksgiving? I'm thinking about getting ready to long that right there. That's good. This should go to. Oops.
It's over. Bitcoin is going to zero.
Okay. All right. I think we're good. How was everybody's Thanksgiving weekend? Yeah. Bullets for Blunt says I'm short from 2850. I'm short from 3840. Okay, good shit. I think you meant 38,004, but that's awesome. Moonraker says I need a bearish retest to get in. I'm actually gonna probably I'm not in anything right now, so I'm probably gonna be looking to see if I can long this. TPO and point of control stuff overlapping. So somewhere between like 36.4. I don't think I'm going to put blind limits in 36. Somewhere between like 36.4, 36.5 is going to be an interesting level to watch. Let's get ready to get nasty though. Let's get ready to motherfucking get nasty. Let's get motherfucking nasty. I don't have anything in right now. Oh, God, but baby girl got me sick, y'all. Baby girl got me sick. It's not cool. God damn. And, okay, first things first. Yes, KingFisher is doing some Black Friday sale banner bullshit. So the YouTube is a little bit useless right now. And on top of that, Bookmap is broken right now. Ain't that a bitch? Bookmap is completely down for crypto. So I'm showing y'all the spot pair right now. The multi-book is broken. Goofy, right? KingFisher's kind of fucked up. Bookmap is kind of fucked up. What's going on? I'm about to make one called Lion Map if they don't get their head out of their asses. Swap Base says, people in PSG ask if it's possible to narrate what you see, what's going over EXO and other charts. Yeah, so what I would be looking at right now is if you were, I don't know if people were in the Discord over the weekend. I was in the Discord over the weekend and we were talking about some levels. And so 36.4, I think I threw that number out yesterday. One of the first chat messages, we were talking about 36.4, 36.5. So there's a big naked point of control right there. And so ever since yesterday when I got back from traveling, that's a level that I've been looking at for quite some time. So 36.4, 36.5 is a level to look at. If you're talking about just narrating EXO right now, it's probably going to go lower. If I look at EXO right now, the trade that I would prefer to be in is the 38.3 short. Okay, if I had to choose a trade to be in, I would prefer the 38.3 short. And this would be like a TP. 36.5 would be a TP for me. But yeah, so there, I wouldn't be, you wouldn't want to long because there's no bullish reaction yet. So I think I could see some people trading the sweep. I need to take a thing off. Yeah. Maybe that sweep long would have been acceptable, but then you would have already been stopped out at break even, right? Or tiny profit. This is not good enough. So that would be a better one to grab. Yeah, but on EXO, there really isn't much. I mean, there isn't like a bullish reaction. So if you took that long, I think you would have gotten stopped out. That's really about it. Yeah, somewhere you would want to make it bottom heavy. Yeah, let's see. I'll probably, if it looks good, the reaction, like somewhere in here, then I'll probably take it. No blind limits though, as you saw. Kind of debating if I do want to put blinds. Nah, let's not do blinds. I don't have anything yet, but we'll take it. You also have a sweep at 36.2 with those single prints. Yep, yeah, it's pretty good. You don't have to grab those single prints though, so you're probably gonna have to man up. And I mean, we all see the TPO, right? And so theoretically, you probably have to start entering here. Not financial advice. Arrow Fury says, what's your opinion on Binance being one of the only exchanges not getting those highs swept at 38.5? Yeah, so Arrow, I don't know if you were in the Discord yesterday. We kind of talked about all of that. You can always type from Kimba in the Discord search, and it'll only filter all of my messages. So that's like a really easy way to see what we were chatting about yesterday. Long story short, Coinbase and CME is what's the most important, right? If Binance sweeps, but if Coinbase or CME doesn't, I consider it unswept. But if CME and Coinbase sweeps, right, or one of those, then for me it's swept, right, Arrow? So yeah, CME swept. Okay, there's still a gap to the upside though. Yeah, so as long as CME sweeps, CME will always take priority for me. Yep, so if CME or Coinbase or both sweeps, then it's considered swept for me. But if Binance sweeps, but if CME doesn't, then it's unswept for me. So you have to kind of go in and decide what would be a good enough trigger for you, Arrow. For me, if CME sweeps, then it's good enough. Neo says, I am short from 38,250, but already closed most of the position in profit. If I wanted to add back to the position, how would you play it at all? Sorry to repeat, gang. Well, did you get caught up on the plan, Neo? So, I mean, according to the plan, I guess the next short opportunity would either be 38,000 or a new higher high. Okay. So I don't know if you saw me do this earlier, but make sure you get caught up. All right, Neo? So try to look for when I drew it like this and then go rewind. But instead of asking me a question like that, Neo, tell me where you would think about adding and why. Brother, because it's never really about like trying to predict the future. It's really just about identifying levels and then knowing what kind of edge you would anticipate when you get there, right? So for example, like if I was going to take a 38,000 or a 38.5 short, what's the data that I'm usually looking at? Right? It's the open interest indicating that shorts got squeezed, right? That's just me though. You know what I'm saying? For this long, I'm looking at point of control, okay, Fibonacci level, and the single print, okay? You've got a volume point of control, a TPO level, a Fibonacci level, and you've also have a single print, right? So identify the level, right? And then anticipate the data that will give you the edge. So if I was going to short 38,000 NEO, I would want this TPO value to get tapped. I would want 38.5 to get tapped first, okay? Then move up. On the move up, I would want shorts to get squeezed, okay? Because these are all bad highs. Remember what we talked about in the Discord yesterday? These are all bad highs, okay? So you would want to ideally see that get swept. All right, so NEO, if I was gonna add or take a short, I would identify the levels. I would know that 38,000 is a key level. There's poor highs all over the place, okay? So I would be thinking or looking for some sort of sweep. Okay, NEO, if that doesn't work, if there's no sweep structure that tucks back in, okay, if the reaction here at the level I've designated is not good, okay, then I'm going to be looking for 38.5. So I would say, let's see what the reaction is here first, and then that will determine here or here. But don't be afraid to like tell me why and where you would want to do it, because there's no right or wrong. All I really care about, NEO, is that you're thinking based off of logic and you're going to take a trade when there's a good edge. That's all I really care about. There's no right or wrong, brother, right? Because if that edge is good and if quote unquote strong enough, even if you're wrong, you're going to be able to put your stop loss and break even or take profit. It's a free roll. So you see how I'm not really trying to predict the future, but I'm just trying to collect as much edge as I can. So if it works out, awesome. And if it doesn't work out, I can just get stopped out and break even. It's a free roll. All I'm looking for are the free rolls. And so if it works, awesome. If not, then worst case scenario, I get stopped out in tiny profit or tiny L. Batman says, wait, so what happened? The Bugama's changed. So 45.55 would now be resistance. That's your level right there, based off of this. So whenever we see a big change of direction, and you start to see bearish, 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 you have to check to see if it's really impacting. And so, sure enough, 45.55. Okay. But it's the last 31 minutes of the day, and these are 0-day expirations, Batman. So who knows how impactful it'll be for the next 31 minutes. It would be confluence for somebody like me that's waiting for lower to try and long. Does that make sense, Batman? It basically, all that Bugama tells me, brother, is I'm kind of being rewarded for being patient. But if you already did try to take a long, or you're in a long right now, there's nothing wrong with that, you know, as long as you have like a logical reason to be getting in, and if you have a good risk reward ratio and your risk management is on point. So I'm just doing me, and I'm waiting for the plan that we set out. So Bugama, yes, I mean technically the term is gamma and gamma exposure, right? Gex flip, Gex, gamma exposure, and gamma levels. We just call it Bugamas because it's a cross of Bugatti and Gamma. So Bugatti Gamma, Bugama. I don't know. I want to say, like, every week there's one or two people that say, hey, I searched Bugamas on Google everywhere, bro. I can't find it. Please help me. So I want to make that clear. There's two ways, and I don't know if you were here earlier, but there's two ways that I think you can look at this, okay? And it's actually pretty common, I think, is you've got the net, okay? But some people are going to start from the 618, and some people are going to be more inclined to do something like this. Okay? There's really no right or wrong. This is kind of up to you on what your risk appetite is. You know, there's just like how there's risk management, there's capital management, and you should be smart enough to know if you can afford to be hyper aggressive or not. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you don't get too crazy, but you should know exactly what I'm talking about. You should know yourself if you can afford to be hyper aggressive or not. And you have to be self-honest, and you can't be emotional, and you can't try to make back your losses super quick. Be consecutively aggressive as you take losses. So some people might want to start entering from 618 and make it bottom heavy. Some people's box is going to be a little bit more centered around the single print and the sweep play. Some people won't even give a shit about the Fibonacci, and they'll say, I'm going to play the sweep. And I don't give a shit if it wants to go down here. As long as it tucks back in, I'm going to go swing high, swing low, and then all the way to 786, and I'll take whatever I can get, right? So there's really no right or wrong. You kind of have to figure out what would be, the best for you with the probabilities coming up. High Life, what's going on? That boy Houston says, yeah, 786, 886, stop loss behind 926. God damn, that boy Houston. So that boy Houston, that's basically what the VIP position is, right? So, but I always use multiple exchanges, and it kind of averages itself out. So, I might be a little bit more aggressive with the MEXC, but smaller position. I might wait for Kraken and TapBit, since TapBit is a challenge account, right? So, I might wait for that, maybe like MEXC, TapBit, Kraken, and Blowfin, Living Forest says, I keep losing. I'm worried if I should just trade on BTC only because I can't find a good entry on altcoins. I mean, altcoins are going to be, I don't want to say harder to trade than BIDI, but I think it's less forgiving for newer traders, brother. So the way that I usually think about it, it's a give and take. They're really good at giving you fast profits, but the give and take is that they're also really good at taking away liquidity real quick too. The percents in altcoins are crazy. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So you can make a lot of money really fast, or you can lose it really fast, right? I don't think that's the best environment that would be conducive to learning. Yeah, and remember, when you're starting out, obviously you're trying to profit, but the main focus should be to minimize your losses. For you to learn a certain strategy or risk management or some sort of emotional composure thing, you want to have the cheapest lesson possible. Some people, they spend $500,000 to learn, hey man, you should put a stop loss. Other people, they learn that shit after losing $500. Yeah, try to focus on minimizing your losses as you learn and gain exposure, and you polish up and perfect your strategy. I am going to do you see what I have on the VIP? I'm gonna do Kraken. I'm gonna execute this on Kraken, this whole net. Okay, MEXC, TapBit. Okay, like I'm MEXC, I'll do 200. Okay, or maybe the 262, probably 200. Okay, TapBit, I'll probably do like 50 to 75. Okay, Kraken, I'm gonna do 200 probably, 250. Debating if I should do this for Blowfin. Okay, so like, I'm not going crazy. You know what I mean? Coke Zero. I'm not gonna go crazy, and the stop loss is pretty, So like all of this combined, I'm still gonna average right here. I should be averaging right here for the whole thing. Bruh, I can, that's easy money. I can afford that. Yeah, because I'm going to be on a flight, Burbeezy. And so if but even no matter how good I feel about anything, I can't do a big position during a flight on Kraken. that motherfucker will rip me a new one. If you know, you know, right? Some magical Houdini wick. You know what I mean? Right up my dick hole. No, I'm not doing it. So I can't. So unfortunately, if I was gonna be here with you guys, it'd be a completely different story though. XLM says, how confident are you the price will go that low? It's not about how confident I am. If it doesn't go there and I don't get filled, then so be it. It's more about just planning about it. Instead of like trying to predict the future and say, hey, it's gonna go there, or hey, it's gonna do this. If it goes there, then I have a specific data set that I'm looking at, open interest, and then I understand what the risk is. I'm perfectly fully aware of what would happen if I got full filled and full stopped, you know? So, yeah, we're Gucci. So if this doesn't want to grab this and it goes up here first, then I'm going to short this sweep down to here. Okay. And then since they grabbed this first, then I would be looking for higher. So if they leave the liquidity here and it goes untapped, then I might not be able to economically literally juice, okay? But I'm still juicing in that it serves value and I extract value. Now I have more confluence for that short. Okay, if they want to leave that behind, then I will attempt this and this stop loss right here. And if that I get stopped out, then I'm going to attempt this sweep. So it's either going to be this short or this long this box long or this sweep short, in my opinion. Whichever one comes first, I don't really care. We're so close to this one, you know, so I would just like to see it happen live. So if for some weird reason it just nukes, you know, we can see me get stopped out live. So sounds good. XLM. But not really like confident that it will go low. You and I are looking at the same exact thing. You've got a Fibonacci level right there, okay? You've got volume level at 36.5 or whatever. You've got a TPO level also right there at like 36.4, okay? You've got a single print right below the 786, and you've got a sweep right above the 786 before the single print. So this isn't the first time that we've seen this setup. And so I don't know, you tell me. I would probably say that there is like a 65%, higher than 50-50 chance it's going to grab that single print before going. There's no more single prints right now. It always grabs, right? Make a single print, grab. Make all these single prints, grab. Right? And you know what's also cool is if you look at ETH, for example, ETH has a really similar setup with single prints to grab on their 75786. If you remember when we were talking about that. So it's just probabilities. Does it need to grab it? Absolutely not. And if it doesn't want to grab it, that's totally fine. Let's leave it for later. And then let me take that short, either this short or that short. Dick Flex says, couldn't we just make a higher high from here? Yes, Dick Flex, it absolutely can. But what I'm trying to tell you is out of the thousands of times we've seen this, okay, there's a slight edge that it would go and grab the last single print at some point before trying to go, okay? That's what I'm saying. So if this grabbed this here, then I would be a little bit hesitant to short that. I would prefer to short that, okay? If we grab this first, I would still do it, but I would be a little bit hesitant to take that. I might prefer to long down there. I don't know if I would take that if we get that short first. So we just got to take it level by level. And like I said, as it approaches, whether it's this or this, I need to watch the open interest. Do you see what the open interest is doing? I don't know how many of you guys were here since the morning. So it's getting to like this local reset point, which is great. All right, so ding, 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 ding. So maybe a... But as it approaches there, I'm going to be seeing what this looks like. And there's a chance that that might be the long. And I don't know if it's going to come down there or not. But if I do miss it, I know that I might be looking for something like... pivot. And we kind of talked about it, but it's probably going to be some goofy shit, like it's going to land in the golden pocket. You see that? It'll be like the golden pocket inside, right on the golden pocket. We've seen that before too, right? So even if I'm waiting down here and it does some shit like that, then we've seen this before, so I'd be thinking about this. And the open interest as we go from there is going to be the telltale sign on what the chances are that I get this. Or I might not even want to do this. It might be... Alrighty, so I'm still going to probably short 38 if it's a swing fail. And I'm still probably longing somewhere between 36.5 and 36.200. Yeah, at one point, would you consider that you missed it and pull the fib to get in at golden pocket? It has to stay above this point of control right here for an hour after S&P comes back. CME has to keep the price going to stay above that point of control. LPZ. Right now, it's Macaulay Culkin. Some people might be like, dude, it's spending hella time above that point of control. I don't believe anything that happens during Macaulay. So it's got to do it. For me, it's got to do it after the markets come back and stay above that golden pocket. Okay, let's go. Not too bad, ladies and gentlemen. 9 hours of hanging out together. I'm excited to see y'all tomorrow in Slim Benson Rich. Hey, make sure you guys are checking out the Discord. Okay, and then I'll have more details about the Tap Bet Depot bonus thing too. Good stuff, good stuff. All right, y'all. You know what it is. Longers. I'm rooting for you. Hey, who's already in a long front running the 618? You nasty. I like that though. I mean that as a compliment. Longers, I'm rooting for you. Shorters, 38.3, 38.4 shorters, I'm rooting for you too. You know what it is. You know what my plan is. So, Bulls, Bears, we're all Lions, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, rooting for you guys. Stay safe. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. All right, Sato, tell them what happens if you don't use stop loss.